Hey guys, must be on a bit of a roll because I've only just made a video about half an hour ago about the MS diagnosis. I just come out in the garden and it's absolutely gorgeous out here. The sun is shining, it feels about 20 degrees, there's a cool breeze, it's just lovely. Birds are singing, fluttering around me. I've got a family of, well, some blackbirds, male and female. I think they're nesting. Anyway, I wanted to make another video about something that's quite confusing, and that is actually what causes MS. Well, you know, what actually causes disability and the symptoms, things like that, because a lot of people don't really understand it, and I just wanted to make a video which is simple and easy to understand and use an analogy, because when people talk to me they say, what actually is MS? And it's very difficult to explain. The way I explain it is like this. The human body has got nerves. We need nerves. If you wiggle your big toe, your brain sends a signal down your nerve, which travels down your spinal cord and eventually ends up wiggling your big toe. And you get a signal back from the nerve saying, you know, I've wiggled my big toe. Or let's just say you burn your finger on the cooker. You get a signal through your nerve to your brain to make you move your hand out the way because it's blooming hurting. So your nerves, the way I describe it to people is, your nerves are like wiring in a house. Now you've got your electric wires in the house, and you've got a cable is made up of a piece of copper usually with a rubber insulator. Okay, the nerve is obviously you've got the nerve itself, and it also has an insulator called myelin. I don't understand I'm not a doctor, I haven't studied it, but the myelin is pretty much like rubber insulator on an electric cable. It does the same kind of job. Using the electric cable analogy, if the wiring, the rubber insulator on the wiring perishes or gets damaged in some way, the electric cable will short circuit. So the power running through that electric cable, the current running through the cable, might be to a light or your television or some other electrical appliance. If that rubber insulator perishes, the cable will start to short circuit, it might do, and the appliance won't work properly. The light might start to flash, that sort of thing. It's the same with the human body. These little fellas don't seem bothered that I'm sat about 8 to 10 feet away from them. Oh, they've just flown off now, I've started talking. Okay, so back to the video. Sorry about that, just a slight distraction. I'm sitting in the garden, all these birds. Okay, so, where were we? Yes. Okay, it's exactly the same with the human body and the nerves. On a nerve, you've got the myelin coating, which is the equivalent of the rubber insulator for the copper wire. The myelin is the insulator for the human body nerve. So they believe that in MS that the immune system turns inwards and attacks itself, and that is how the myelin coating gets destroyed. The human body then tries to regenerate it, but it can't regenerate it fully or back to how it was originally. So consequently, the signals, take me for example, when I try and walk, my brain is sending a signal to my legs to walk. And my legs, that signal is getting disrupted. Part of the signal is reaching my legs, but it's getting scrambled along the way, so my legs don't react how they should be reacting. And also take sensory, so sensation as well. I think I've described in previous videos that my legs feel like they are in plaster casts, right from my feet right up to past my knee into my thighs. Both legs, it feels tight. And again, that's that sensation, the touch sensation. My skin just doesn't feel right because the sensation, the signals are being disrupted when they're being sent to my brain. They are trying to think of the word. They're being scrambled halfway. So I should be getting 100% signal, but I'm not. I'm getting scrambled signals, and it's just not working properly. So I hope that's like explained in easy to understand terms about what is MS, because as I said, it's a question people quite often ask me, and it is hard to describe. But if you use the analogy of, you know, the wiring in a house and the rubber insulator getting damaged or perished, and then the appliance at the end of that cable not working properly because it's short-circuiting, if you use that analogy and use it in comparison with the nerves and the myelin insulating coating, I find that describes it quite well. Thanks very much for listening, guys. I appreciate every like, comment, and obviously if you are enjoying these videos and you're finding them informative, I'd be very grateful if you'd subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to do at least 1 or 2 videos a month, time permitting. So, okay. Thank you very much for listening. Oh, what I was going to do is to say is, remember to check out my playlist. This, I think, is the 6th video I've made so far in my video log, my MS video log, and I actually add them to a playlist to make them easy to sort of find, and I also number them with a hash and a number, so you haven't got to mess about with dates or anything like that. So the highest number is basically the latest video. Thanks again, and bye for now.